Hello, YouTube. This is Beverly, and on the line with me is Miss Mullins and her husband Joseph. After the video that I just did, they decided to come on and do a live, and so I'm happy about that. And so I'm going to introduce them both so we can talk to them. Huh?
Go ahead, Miss Beverly. Sorry.
Oh, I'm going to introduce them both so we can talk to them. And you all are welcome to comment in the chat. And I really hope that you all will be nice. Huh?
Okay,
To them. So here's Miss Mullins and her husband.
let me just play a few things. Now, when this all happened, like I said, he went up to Mississippi. My husband's having a bad day today, but he went up to Mississippi to see his sister, and he wanted to see his dad because his dad is sick, and he wanted to see maybe make amends. I'm not really sure, but he wanted to. By the time he got there, he was in Singing River. It was an Ocean Springs hospital, and he was hospitalized for acute kidney failure. At that time, his blood pressure was, I believe, 240 over 160. Now, my husband has high blood pressure. He's diabetic. Like I said, he was a U.S. Marine for 8 years. And he got there on 27th to be placed into the hospital in Ocean Springs. When he got ready to come back, I started to set stuff up here in Tampa at the VA. So, just going to play this. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear me, Beverly.
I can barely hear you.
That's the first message we got back in Mississippi. Hold on.
Hello, this is the Tampa VA Medical Center. We are calling to remind you that the patient born on October 3 has two appointments at the Tampa VA Medical Center on Friday, June 21, beginning at 8:10 a.m. Flu vaccinations for the 2018-2019.
See what I'm scrolling down because there's so many of them.
From 813922000.
Just playing a few messages. Hold on.
Hi, good morning. My name is Dr. Amarcha. I'm calling from the Tampa VA. I'm one of the key doctors at the Tampa VA. I was left a message from Kirk. You have a question, apparently.
This is the renal specialist. Really nice guy.
He's one of my partners ordered the sonogram.
I'm 45 and I'm proud of it.
As part of the general assessment that we normally do for the cases.
Matter of fact, I turned 45 July 10th, 1974. If that's old, I'll be fucking old. He said he usually does them on a smaller scale, but this is a much bigger scale. Because my husband's diagnosed with end-stage renal. Oh, there's so many of these. You know what, Steve Dog? I'm just going to ignore that because it doesn't bother me. It really don't. If you can take any education from this, that's what I'm hopeful for. The jokes, eh, kind of outdated.
Hello, this is the Tampa VA Medical Center. We are calling to remind you of an appointment at the Tampa VA Medical Center on Monday, July 15th at 9:30 a.m. for the patient born on October 3. Flu vaccinations for the 2018-2019 series. Next message. Message from 81399888000. Received at 9:30 a.m. on July 15th.
Here, this is another renal appointment. That was another renal appointment.
1399440.
Because there's lots of appointments, especially when you're in end-stage renal.
Received at 1:16 p.m. on July 23rd. Hello, this is the Tampa VA Medical Center. We are calling to remind you of an appointment at the Tampa VA.
Just another appointment reminder. Because he's on about 47 fucking pills a day. Another renal.
Miss Mullins.
Another appointment.
These are his appointments that he has to go to. Miss Mullins.
Oh no, I'm just playing it because everybody seems to think this is a big lie.
Melissa King. Did you hear her?
Transplant coordinator. Let me play that again for you fucking idiots in the back. I'm just going to stop him there because they go on and on. As a matter of fact, next week, this week is actually a week that we got a break. Next week, we have appointments the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. Every single fucking day next week. Transplant coordinator, here's how this works. Again, get your pens and papers out. See, what happens is you have high blood pressure, diabetes. It gets to take a toll on your body. You get high blood pressure, diabetes. My husband worked a lot. My husband has worked since he was 10 years old. He left the military at 17. When did you find out you had high blood pressure? In the military, did you find out? You found out after. Okay. You found out after he was, his 8 years was up in the military. And he had high blood pressure. And he found out, oh shit, he was working in Largo. He found out he was diabetic, right? He was driving a truck when he found out he was diabetic. And here's the thing. If you don't have the greatest insurance and you're kind of prideful, you don't get the care that you need. You don't take care of yourself. And for those that want to talk about drank, again, absolutely. Let me just say one thing, and this is the only thing I'm going to touch on because, like I said, my fight is for my husband. That's it. And you can say whatever you want. But as long as you keep talking, you keep saying my name, believe it or not, you're doing exactly what I need you to do, which is help me get awareness. Whether you're aware of it or not. No pun intended. So as long as you keep talking about videos that are made or just discussions or whatever topics you decide to talk about, if you keep saying my name, like I said, and I've always said, if you build it, they will come. So I don't give a shit if 400 people come and 400 dislike it. 400 people came and maybe 10 of them will become aware of this situation. Now I know it was made. Yes, I watched. I did. I'm not gonna lie. The same way other people did. And oh, the lies that were being told by one individual. Ooh-wee. If you had a polygraph test you at that moment, that motherfucker would have been going off. Man, Joseph, oh Snowflake, because I only want to address this once. And we're not saying names, but I was just saying the lies that were told on the conversation that was had. If a polygraph test had been attached to that broad, you think she would have passed or failed? Say that again louder, man. Okay. You see, that wasn't really the truth there, Loomis thing, but that's okay. Because, like I told you, and I didn't even bother to go read your live because seriously, we just said that's real quick. Oh, Lord Jesus. And I have to get kind of tickled at it because I like the little picture that was being painted. It was actually kind of humorous, I'm not gonna lie. And I caught what you were doing. Somebody else may not have, but I caught it. I saw what you were doing. But here's the thing, in order to be a donor, one, you have to be a match. Please be positive. Please educate yourselves. This is why I'm trying to bring awareness. And that's why I said if you go to my Facebook page or like, look into that. You will see numerous families that I have posted because like I said on my Facebook page, I'm not going to ask for my family and not do the same others. And it's sad that this is content in a complete way. But you know what? As long as we continue to make a content, somebody out there is going to hear it. So I'm okay with that. And that's why I said it might have rubbed me but 10 million times over. If it brings awareness and saves one person's life, I will absolutely do that. So call me, play me, whatever you choose. I don't care. But it was funny that the little scenario that was brought up because let me explain something to you. Joseph, why did they tell you not to put weight on? They probably know people. Okay, your BMI has to be in a healthy range. Now,
David,
first off, for a transplant,
David,
and that's our transplant coordinator, because again, you see in that video, so many things were misconstrued, taken, and unfortunately, narrative was switched. What I said was our hope is a kidney. Our best hope is a living donor. Donor, chances are 80 to 90% that his body will take one. A deceased donor is 30 to 40%. And his body may reject it. His body may reject it. Period. Sometimes that's just how it is. If you educate yourself, you can go to my page. Just call still, for whatever reason, your body will reject it. Sometimes that's just the roll of the dice. But you have a greater chance of living donor. Second thing, you have to be a match. Not just blood, but there's a certain thing, a certain breakdown that goes into the whole. And I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor. And sometimes I sit. Hold on. This is the video I was working on from my page to put it on there. And again, I'm not coming on here to be critical of people and go back and forth. I'm simply not going to do it. And they can say, oh, that was the most pathetic live ever. You know what? If you're watching it, and like I said, you take anything out of it and you change somebody's life, I'm cool with that. It don't even have to be mine or my husband's. Not at all. If you go to the Facebook page, More to Life, again, there's other people that I post in their stories because they need help. So let's say that you don't believe me, you don't believe my husband, you don't like me, you don't like my husband. That's okay. There's other families on there that need help. Period. And that's just the reality of it. Like I said again, go to your YouTube search and type in kidney donor needed. Type in looking for kidney. Type in kidney donor to anything. You'll be amazed at the videos that come up of people that are searching for life. And it's just as simple as that. It's as simple as clicking on a link and not for me, not even for my husband if you don't want to. Again, there's other families that I have on there that are looking for links as well, looking for kidneys as well. And I never had much purpose in life. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I really didn't have much purpose in life. And if that's depressing and stuff like that, okay, so be it. You know, an honest, straightforward person. The conversation that was told was a lie. Let me just say this. That conversation entailed 30 minutes of me talking to someone on the phone. The rest of the time was them speaking with my husband.
I was asked to get on the phone because they wanted to ask me some questions. I got on the phone. I answered their questions. Gave the phone back to my husband. He handed me the phone back when he was done talking. That was it. That was the end of it. And again, I'm not sure how this is not getting through. Nobody went over anywhere. Somebody actually came to Beverly's page, clicked on the link, and actually followed my Facebook page for More to Life. And I simply want to thank them. But see, that's what I said. People weren't completely honest. Then it's not for me to tell their truth. They can tell it however they want to. As a matter of fact, everybody can. They can tell it however they so choose. It's not my problem. My problem is my husband, so again, let me educate people. And remember, I'm just learning myself. Now I know that the opportunity was put out there, and let me say something. If you want to get clicks and views off of me or my husband, by all means, by all means. Because at least it's bringing some kind of awareness. Even if you come over to say some dumb shit, by all means. I started this channel to help him find a donor for the advice of our renal specialist. Who's actually calling now. Hold on just a second. Hold on, Miss Beverly.
Okay,
Hello?
I'm here.
Yes, may I ask who's calling?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Um, is there any way I had called earlier to speak with his renal specialist? Is there any way for you to transfer me back to them just to find out when they may be calling us back? We was trying to talk to him about a question we had, and I thank you for calling. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And as I said, if there's any way for you to, I appreciate you reminding me of your appointment tomorrow. I didn't want to. I don't know if I have to call back in and ask for the rental department again, or if you can switch me over to them. Okay, thank you. Sorry, that was the VA calling to remind us of another appointment we have tomorrow. Thank you. I'm sorry. Hold on, Miss Beverly. Let me give him the phone.
Okay. Okay, while she's getting her husband, I want to thank all of you who have came in. And I want to thank y'all for being so nice because I made a video earlier and he wasn't doing too good, but he was inspired by that video. And so he said he would come on and speak with you all. And I appreciate y'all for being kind.
Okay, I'm
That
back.
means a
I'm on the
lot.
phone.
Okay.
Um,
He's coming
sorry, I
on.
didn't mean to cut you off. Um,
Uh-huh.
I just want to finish up real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Because, see, this is all I'm going to say.
Uh-huh.
Um, Again, there's a whole lot more to stories at times. And we find it so easy. And you know, I asked this question in a video I made, but it actually cut me off. But I came on here, let's be honest, I came on here in the craziest fucking way,
Oh
exposing
yeah.
my entire body, disrespecting myself, my children, and my husband. I came on here and didn't hide anything. Why in the fuck would I start lying about shit now? Doesn't that seem almost an oxymoron? Let's see. I came on showing naked pictures of myself and basically degrading myself inside of a stupid, fucked up situation. To only turn around and come on and make a channel that has maybe 4 subscribers. I don't take anybody in them. Miss Beverly was the first person to actually share the link. And so I'm not really sure what I'm gaining outside of wanting to bring awareness. So let me just say this real quick, because today's been a bad day. It just has. And we have those. Again, he had high blood pressure and diabetes. He did not take care of himself. Absolutely did not. As far as our marriage, my mistakes, his mistakes, stories that were told, I'm not sure what that has to do with wanting to help somebody or not. Either you want to help somebody or you don't. It, that makes no sense to me. Unless you just need that salacious story. But anyway, back to the topic. Because I swear to God, I'm not addressing this anymore. I'm not on this level. Thank you, God, troll. I really have. Now people have it. And last night I almost came on.
Goddess, she's too honest.
I hate when people say that. But last night I almost came on and told the truth about a whole bunch of shit that was said behind the scenes in regards to a particular person. But I still didn't do it.
You see, Goddess, she be saving herself, uh, other people. She be saving other people. And she told me, I'm going to go on and tell the truth. I said, yeah, do it, do it. Tell the truth. Tell everything. And see, I would do that, but she tell the truth about herself.
And I couldn't do it. Oh, I wanted to. I was pissed. But I still couldn't do it. And because see, I don't want to have to carry that kind of bullshit with me. I just don't. And that's my personal choice when it comes to a couple particular people. Because at one time I did call them a friend. I considered them a YouTube friend. And like I said, it is what it is. I'm on here strictly to raise awareness. So let's get back to the story. I first came on, and yes, I allowed my husband to come back. I sure did. Yes, we've had our trials and tribulations. We sure have. As far as the questions, like I said, either you want to be human or you don't. I mean, if it comes out and says everything's true, I mean, is that gonna make you want to spread awareness? If so, then it comes with stipulations, and for me, God doesn't come with stipulations, not like that. But anyway, back to the education part. And again, please continue to speak my name because you actually yesterday I got 17 new followers on that Facebook page. So thank you.
Praise God.
So what happens is you catch kidney disease, and believe it or not, I think the statistics are 1 out of 4 are actually dealing with some kind of kidney illness, some kind of kidney issues. They just don't know it because a lot of times we don't get our yearly checkups. We don't take care of ourselves, whether it's for financial reasons, insurance reasons, just life. We don't do it. So trust me, the statistics are much higher than our report. But if we would have called it, say, stage 2, stage 3, obviously his chances are better. And look, look, somebody made a comment about hope. Oh no, I ain't got nothing but hope and faith at this point. I can't have anything but. That's all I got to hold on to. Um, but had we caught it at stage 2, stage 3, obviously it would be very different. By the time he got to Mississippi, his kidney functions were between 12 and 14. If you research, anything below a 15 is kidney failure. Again, when he got there, he was actually in acute kidney failure. Feel free to look it up. By the time he flew back into Orlando and we went to the VA, saw the renal specialist, we were down to 10%. That was, we got back June 9th. That was, I think the first one was June 17th. It is now September 3rd. His kidneys are now functioning at a 6 to 8%. So, dialysis, depending on if they go into his arm or if they go into his
Testing.
abdomen, is not an option just yet because there's certain criteria he has to meet in regards to that. His
Uh,
pressure has to be kept down. And that's been our biggest struggle, is keeping his blood pressure down. He's still testing about 167. They need it down to 130 to 121. Because again, our bodies are set up in a certain way where when something foreign is put into it, it's not sure what to do, so it reacts to what either it will either try to reject it or it will take to it. It really depends on somebody's medical condition. And again, he didn't take care of himself the way he should have. But I am very proud of him because he quit smoking after 30 years and he quit drinking after probably about, he's 47. He quit drinking after about 45 years.
it's a blessing.
No joke. It's a no joke. Anyway, but I'm proud that he quit those things. And that's why I said I watch that man fight every day. And to me, that's beauty. And I don't give a shit who makes some mockery out of this. I don't care. To me, that's beautiful. To watch a human being fight every day. But there's days where he gives up. As a matter of fact, last week, he decided he was going to cancel all his appointments. So we were on the phone for 6 hours talking to therapists, doctors, a renal specialist, a transplant specialist, who, by the way, his name is Holly. You're welcome to call the VA and ask for, they'll give you, no, they may not give you any information, but 972-2000, area code 813, the transplant specialist, the therapist, her name's Holly, and then there's Lisa. You're welcome to ask for either one. His nurse is Denise. He's King Charlie. So that's an annex. You're welcome to call that as well. Again, King Charlie, the annex on Fletcher. So you're welcome to call them as well. His nurse, again, Denise. Let's see. So anyway, in order for him, because we started to get on the transplant list, you don't just get on the list. You don't just sign up and now all of a sudden you're waiting for somebody. No, even the recipient has to meet a certain criteria. Their blood pressure has to be good, their BMI has to be good, they have to be able to withstand it, their body in regards to their health. There's stuff that they got to go through. So we have a checklist right now. We did a pulmonary, we have stress tests coming up, um, psychological evaluations that I actually have to do one for. God forbid, let's hope I pass, because I will be his support system. So when you're the support person, you too have to be psychologically evaluated. Then we have the dental consultation, which she was just calling to remind us of. We have tomorrow at 9:30. Um, let's see, he did his pulmonary. We have the stress. We did the cardiologist. Like I said, we do the dental tomorrow. He has blood work we got to get done, and then the psych. Then we're on track. Then we have 6 locations to deal with. It's Iowa City, Iowa, Houston, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the Bronx, New York. Unfortunately, because we're at the mercy of the VA, which I'm grateful for, they don't have a transplant center in Florida. Oh, they have tons of transplant places, just none that are VA. So those are our 6 options. And we could go to each of them if we so choose. He picked the Bronx. I wasn't happy about the Bronx. because there's 9,000 people waiting in the state of New York. 72-month waiting list, minimum. Iowa City, however, is only a 28-month waiting list. So I wanted Iowa City first, but I'm respecting his wishes. Now, once we go through all of this and they say that he's a candidate, because like I said, we got to be approved, and they say that he's a candidate, then the waiting game begins. And again, you're talking about anywhere from 95,000 to 113,000 people waiting every year for a kidney. And you don't have to be a donor. You actually don't have to donate your organs. Donating blood, plasma, tissue saves lives every day. You can be a donor in that way to save lives. Obviously, living donors for things, kidneys, lungs, stuff like that, much better chances. Obviously, you can't be in here anymore if you want to be a heart donor. I personally am an organ donor. Here's why. I One, I'm not his blood type. Two, I'm too fat. Now, I've actually done really good. I've lost 22 pounds because I've been on this thing of trying to get healthier. As far as kids, oh, that's why I said, see, I'm as real as they come. He's not their biological father. No, no, no. Shocker. Print that. Headline news. No, he stepped in and took care of three kids that weren't his. My daughter was 4 months old when we got together. We've actually known each other since I was 14, 17. He was 17. So technically, they're not related to him. Now, as far as my family and my brothers, well, let me just say this, because again, I'm going to keep it 100, because I am not addressing this anymore. 4 out of 6 of them are heroin addicts, and a couple of them like fentanyl. I don't really think he wants a heroin kidney to put in his body, and he wakes up from a kidney transplant with a heroin kidney, and now he's itching his arms trying to suck doctors' dicks for heroin. I'm gonna say. And I'm just kidding you around. So I wouldn't even ask them. One, we don't speak. Two, they wouldn't qualify. Because when it comes to being a donor, they're just as hard on the donor as they are the recipient. So moving forward, and again, if you follow the link, I have all this information on there and I keep it updated. Moving forward, as far as any other questions pertaining to this, since like I said, some don't sound right, it's a scam. It's about like I said, I don't want to dime. If you go on that page, you will not see one fundraiser, and that's why I said I challenge anybody to look up anything anywhere on Google and see any fundraiser I've done for any amount of money. You won't find it. It's not going to happen because it hasn't been about that. When I started this journey with my husband, and I started joining groups like kidneydonor.org, match.com, where you can actually register, donor to donor, and I saw all the people that were looking for the same thing we were, from 8-year-olds, like I said, to mothers. I realized I couldn't just ask for me. That would be selfish on my part to post our link and not post other people's. So that's why I ask people if you come over and like the page, follow the page, feel free to comment. Uplifting things are always appreciated. You'll see families on there that I've shared that too are looking for donors. Because I'm not going to ask just for me when I know so many other people need them as well. As for the rest, like I said, I'm not even going to defend any, because about 10% of truth was told in regards to the night all of this nonsense even came about. About 10% truth. You believe what you want to. Because whether you believe me or not, it doesn't benefit my husband in any way in regards to the judgment. So that's why I said I didn't care what anybody thought about me. In regards to any other comments made, like I said, by all means, continue to speak on it because you're actually making awareness without being aware. And if that saved somebody's life, because out of the 400 people that may come watch, and like I said, 400 people that hit the down button, maybe 5 of those people will go see that link and feel compelled to do something. And it doesn't have to be share a kidney, a lung, none of that. Just share their link. Share the people's links. What is it going to hurt? How does it hurt or bother your spirit in such a way? I don't know. And maybe it's not for me to know. But if you are interested, by all means, more to know. If you would like to look into donating, like I said, my number's on there. Um, I gave it out the other day when my husband was speaking and wanted to address someone. If you need it, you're welcome to go to the page and comment, ask for it. You're welcome to. It's open to anybody. Again, I just ask people to be respectful because it's not just my family. There's other people on there that I have posted and their families. In regards to anything else, that's why I said it is about being human. And either you want to help or you don't. I don't need the monetary gain of it. I don't care. And it's funny because when the word con artist was brought up, I thought to myself, I've never asked for a dime on here. Never got paid for any interviews. Never. Actually, I'm the fucking idiot. I'm doing it for free. But then when I thought about it, I thought, no, it's not for free. Because if sharing that link can save somebody's life, then that's worth it to me. On that note, um, this is how just Miss Beverly. Joseph, how you doing, Miss Beverly?
I'm fine. I see. Huh? I can't hear.
I said everything you said, I agree with you 100%. You hear me?
No.
You're not holding it right? Yeah. I said, I agree with you 100%.
You agree with me 100%?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh. On what part?
That's she said what part? Everything you said. I heard you earlier. I like that.
Oh, that earlier video. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I meant that from my heart.
That's what I said. He was feeling kind of down, and then he was listening to it, and he said, "I'm proud of her, and everything she said is right."
Tell
What
him
you said,
thank you.
you wish people would listen. Yeah, I wish people would listen.
I really meant that from my heart and tell him I will continue to pray for him.
He can hear you, Miss Beverly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, sweetie.
Hear that?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to adjust your fans? You're making fans and you don't even know it. Now, don't be that way, Ike.
What'd he say?
Come on, Ike. Don't be that way. Well, Ike Turner has left the building. His
That's
thing is,
okay.
he's not. Joseph's thing is, he's not going to argue with people. Either you want to help or you don't. It's as simple as that. That's kind of his position.
And I know, I understand that. I really do understand that.
Now Dakota's sitting here, she'll argue with you people all fucking day long.
Well, it's not. It's really not nothing to
It
argue
is
about.
to them.
But for him to be, yesterday he was very upbeat, and then
And he was.
today to see him down because
But
of
I
some
told him,
foolishness,
I said,
it hurts my heart to see that.
I told
And
him tonight. I
I
told him
don't
tonight.
I
And
don't know if these people on here believe in God or not. They can believe in a doorknob. They can believe in a shoe. They can believe in a box. I don't know what they believe in, but to me, that's very evil to get on here and make fun of something. Make fun, use somebody else to make a mockery out of them. I don't like that. And I
well,
don't think it's
I told him
funny.
tonight,
And I think when people do stuff like that, they're doing it to themselves. See, when you get up and try to make a mockery out of somebody and make fun of something that somebody going through, I haven't lived this long for nothing. You better bet your bottom dollar you're doing it to yourself. Because it's going to come back to you. Because I know one thing for sure, what's going to stand forever is the word of God. They can change it and they can say it's their conscience and they I don't know what these young people doing this day, but I do know that this world ain't no good. Do you hear me? And I just hate he was so upbeat the other day. And then today to be down because some idiots was bothering him. I don't like it. And I know God is not pleased with them. But then they get on here and they say, I'm covered and God loves me. They stupid. That's crazy. God loved you because you took a sick man, talked about him, made fun of him, and brought him down and brought his spirits down. And you think God happy with that? Something wrong with y'all.
well, Miss Beverly, like I
Shoot.
said, I was pissed off. And but then I got up today, and like I said, it started off a bad morning, just dealing with the VA, whatever. And then I looked on my Facebook and I seen that there were 17 new followers, and I was thankful for that. So inside of that, as long as they keep saying something, hey, I got 17 new followers. So that's 17 new people that became aware today of the issue, the situation, and maybe we'll see somebody else's story on that page and, you know, want to help in whatever way you know, they choose to. So, sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the negative, the positive with the negative, because it all finds a balance. It does.
Yeah,
And
God would always take the evil, what the enemy meant for harm, he'll always take it and turn it around for good. Just like I was telling you, my son got stabbed.
yeah,
But if he hadn't have got stabbed and had to be rushed to the hospital, high blood pressure is a silent killer. So if
exactly,
he hadn't have got stabbed and been rushed to the hospital, we wouldn't have known that he was suffering from high blood pressure because he's a young guy. So because he don't go for annual checkups. So the
exactly,
enemy tried to come over here and stab him all up, had him taken out of here, put in the hospital under another name because they tried to kill him. And but then we found out through that he had high blood pressure that was undetected. So whenever the enemy come against you and try to do something wrong, like mark a person, stab a person, God will turn it around for their good.
So, hold on just a second. Dakota's abusing the dogs, and Peter's going to get called. That's what I said. He's going to have Peter called on her. Let's go. Okay. Come on. No, but you're 100% right. And that's why I said, believe it or not, let's go, Marley. Let's go. Hold on, Miss Stephanie. Gotta get. Hold on. Bye, Marley. Go potty. Okay. Hooker was getting the dogs. But you're right. And that may save his life.
Yeah.
Like I said, had Joseph, when he got out of the Marines, I don't really think his head was there. He was artillery, and I don't really think his head was like, just doing checkups. And like I said, he, you know, when we came into our marriage, um, I have my kids. And as I said, you walk in to look up their father. I said, good. One's in prison for murder. If you want his name, I'll give it to you. And, everybody else went to glory. So, good luck. Uh, so he came in taking care of, the kids. And that's why I said sometimes our stories that we think we're sharing with someone else, um, is only benefiting us, but it's actually, benefiting someone else. And that's really all I wanted to do is just to let people come over there and not just, you know, see my husband's story. And if people went over there, they would see videos, they would see posts, they would see all kinds of shit. Um, but they will also see other people's stories as well. And again, there's a lot of links on there that have just different information that I think everybody needs to be aware of. So I'm not trying to turn this into a medical fucking, live. Um, but I just think it's something that, people should be aware of, period. So that's really
Hmm.
good. That's why I said with him, he's just kind of like, you know, and that's why I told him that night. I said, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. But he thought that he was going to be able to just, because really the conversation started out with, what do y'all get from this? Why y'all do this, and want to tear each other down? Like, what do you get? A
You
lot of
can't
it, I
reason.
don't know what
You
that.
can't reason with insanity. You can't reason with insanity. That's how come I get on here, and whichever way my mind takes me, that's the way it's gonna go. Because I don't think they can understand. I think some of them can, the sweet ones that's over here now, and they might be able to understand. But like somebody got on here and said two old biddies, whatever they said,
Yeah,
two old biddies. I don't care, two old biddies. My dad is 96 years old. Okay, how many of y'all gonna live to get 96? Not many. Not many of y'all fucking with people like y'all fuck with them. Somebody will do something to you so quick or make your head swim. Stop fucking with people. Leave people
calm
alone.
down,
If people
killer.
ain't
Calm
fucking with
down,
you,
killer.
don't you fuck with them. What?
Calm down, killer. Calm down.
No, I'm just saying, that girl came in here and stabbed. She came in and stabbed, but I bet you she left out with a broken shoulder bone. She didn't leave out the way she came in. I don't fuck
Yeah,
with nobody, and I don't want nobody to fuck with nobody that I fuck with. How about that?
that's what I said. Calm down, killer. It's all right.
Yeah, well, I don't, I'm scared of people. I ain't no killer, but I ain't gonna let nobody just come in here and be fucking with people. Yeah, I see. Mm-hmm.
I saw the comment. Somebody said, "Do they take dog kidneys?" No, unfortunately, they don't.
Oh, hello, Mississippi Magnolia. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance. To speak. Oh, it's some more
Hey,
people in here.
Mississippi
Hey, y'all.
Magnolia, how are you?
The back of my neck is started hurting because I got mad because I don't like the way Joseph is sounding. He was so happy the other night,
You'll be
and
all
then
right.
they made him.
It's not just
He said
this.
I made him down now, and when they make him down, it's gonna make me mad. And then I'm kind of mad, y'all, but
No, calm down. He
it's
might be
me,
sick.
Mississippi
You know,
Magnolia, and the real. How y'all are, sweethearts. I'm glad y'all in the chat, but ooh wee, I'm getting
like
mad.
he said, no, he said something that was really profound. He said, people come on YouTube and it's supposed to be entertainment, and people will believe, a fake story, but they won't believe a real story. And that's why I said there's that thin line between fact and fiction, and a lot of people don't know how to separate the two.
Well, when I first came on here, these people on here was taking all my motherfucking money. Oh yeah, and at the beginning of the month, I was giving all my money away, and I was like, everybody on here ain't got no motherfucking sad story. But as for you, Miss Mullins, you're not even looking for no. You're asking them to share a link.
Yeah,
Now, what has happened with humanity when you can't just click on the link and share it?
that I'm
What?
not sure of. But like I said, hey, I got 17 new followers yesterday on the Facebook page, so I'm thankful for that. So,
Well, that's a
hey,
blessing.
bad publicity is good publicity. I mean, it's still being talked about. So, as long as it's being talked about, like I said, somebody's life may be saved, and that's my only purpose. The
But
rest of
it,
it, I don't care about.
You.
I don't. And and that's why I said, as far as like stamina goes, let me tell you something about stamina. Stamina is
I don't care.
watching somebody fight for their life and wanting to do everything you can to fucking help them. Stamina is him waking up every day knowing that, if he doesn't get a donor at some point, he may not be here. Stamina is standing in the face of life and even in its trials and tribulations and not giving up. Stamina is being able to sustain a 24-year marriage, almost 25, that yes, is filled with bullshit. Yes, we've gone through some crazy shit. We sure have. He's done some shit to hurt me. I've done some shit to hurt him. But we've managed to somehow stay together. Period. And a lot of people will say, could have been me. I'd have let go to I'd have kicked that motherfucker. Look, if you're on marriage 2 or 3, um, it really is. It really doesn't apply to you. Um, and there's a lot of people that won't be honest with what's going on with what's going on inside of their relationships, and will make it look pretty. And relationships ain't pretty every fucking day. They're work. They're hard work. They're sad sometimes. They're mad sometimes. There's rage. Um, there's like I said, putting hands on each other. There's cheating. That's, I mean, that's shit that people may go through. Now, not everybody's going to be honest about that and say they do. And if you don't, like I said, whether it's an argument, whether somebody, your husband or your spouse or something that made you feel less than, whatever the case may be, it's one thing to judge somebody's marriage. It's another thing to show me yours after 25 years.
Oh, and you
Yeah.
have an anniversary coming up tomorrow too.
Yes, 21st tomorrow.
How many years?
Uh, May 15th is 25, but our wedding anniversary is tomorrow, and it's 21 years tomorrow.
Okay.
But we will be spending it at the VA because we have 2 appointments tomorrow. Luckily, we don't have anything the rest of this week. Next week, however, like I said, that's every day, Monday to Friday. We are,
Oh, 52 years. What a blessing. Mississippi, Magnolia.
at Mississippi, 52 years. Yep. And thank you. As she said, my parents have been married 52 years. It has not always been future, but God has held them together. Yes.
That's right.
Uh,
Who gonna hold them together. Mississippi Magnolia. God.
but, and that's what I was telling you the other day, Beverly. There's too much of man inside of God and not enough God inside of man. We have
That's
really
right.
lost sight of that concept and how to differ. I know how to say that damn word. I'm going to ask you. But I mean, decide between the two. But what I'm saying is, you got too many people praising people as if they are God or God like. And you don't have enough people truly praising God Himself and finding that humbleness
Mm-hmm.
yourself. I was reading a post on my Facebook, a friend of mine on there, her 17-year-old son was just shot and killed over the weekend.
Oh, Lord.
My friend Patty over in Polk County. And I thought, 17 years. See, that's how quick life can be over. You don't know what kind of time you have. Our
No, you
arrogance
don't.
and ego, our
We
arrogance.
should be loving on one another. God asks us to love our neighbor, not kill them up.
Oh, Mississippi, I see. And that's another thing. 17 years. Why spend that kind of time with each other to just walk away and hate each other? But and that's why I said that's why most marriages a lot of times don't work because one of the people just they don't want to put the work in, and one wants to put more in, and you know it's relationship, whether it's friendships, whether it's relationships with our parents, our siblings. There's those battles that we're going to go through, But yeah, just real quick, he was 17 and shot and killed, and that's what
Gotcha.
I said. Our arrogance and our ego doesn't realize that you only have moments in life, and it's what you feel inside the moments that you take with
Hmm.
you. Make them fucking count. Make it matter. Make them important. You can come on YouTube and you can drag each other, roast, have fun, by all means. But when it crosses a level of losing not their humanity, but your own humanity, that doesn't speak on them, that speaks on you. You didn't tear somebody down without a price. Because in order to tear them down, you gotta be down there with them. In order to destroy somebody or wanna be pissed off and go back at them and get revenge, you have to stay where they're at. And neither one of you are moving. And you just wasted a moment that you could have filled with something positive. And I don't care, you know, you're an angry person to me. Watch your mouth. I'm saying, no, not you personally. Lord Jesus, I'm gonna have to mute this mic.
What she say?
Nah. That's what it is. I have no boyfriend. Miss Beverly, we're gonna have a code blue and I'm gonna have to mute her out.
What is
And
she
that's what I'm
saying?
saying. I have got the blessing of we lost our first grandchild, but I have the blessing of in just a few months a little ladybug coming into the world, and I'm looking forward to that.
Mhm.
Oh, Jordan, Jesus, Peach. Anyway, so that's where my focus is. See, sometimes God makes things right. It don't seem right in the moment, but I knew I had some karma to pay for. I knew I had some shit. Said that last one. Yeah, I knew I had some shit I had to pay for. I knew that I hadn't been an up and up person. I knew I had not, and I knew that karma was going to knock on my door, and it did.
We
It,
all got stuff to pay
it,
for.
it took me to my knees. But I knew that I could not be a shitty person and expect good things. So I knew that by either being mean to somebody or, you know, fucking with somebody or, um, well, he said this to me, so I'm going to go do this to him because I'm pissed off because you said, I knew eventually I was going to have to pay for it. And I did. And it may still be coming. But I think that the greatest thing inside of the face of adversity is opportunity and the opportunity to be better than we were the day before and to be better the next day. And if we don't succeed that day, then we try again the next day. We just keep trying. I think inside of adversity is opportunity. And like I said, when God took me to where He had to take me to, and again, I take full responsibility because and I've said this, and this will be the last time I utter this. I'm a grown woman who did as I chose. Period. It was nobody's fault. But you can't give out bad shit. We reap what we sow, and I was sowing bad shit, and I reaped it. That was my harvest, and I'm trying
Right.
to, like I said, sow differently so that the harvest is different.
Well, let me ask you something, Miss
Sure.
Mullins. YouTube to me seems to be like a very, very hateful place. Do you think, like, I know it's some Christians on here somewhere. I just don't know what sector they're in. Do you think a person that's a Christian, do you think that they could be on YouTube and make it on here with, I see a lot of lying on here. Uh, and I think they lie to the subscribers just to get a click. And I think it's something to do with the money, because if they get enough subscribers, then they can get monetized and then they can lie. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to play with God because I know He ain't supposed to be marked. You cannot play and mark and play around with God. I've seen some stuff on here where people get money and they start playing with God. I ain't finna do none of that. And so, just what has happened to our integrity? You know,
Well,
uh,
I
the
don't think
I
it's
I don't know the love of money. What changes people? Why are these people on here so? I like you too. Like I will not. I was on here with you the other day, and I opened my camera, and you saw me, and then you said, "Oh, a pretty bedpost." Remember? I say, "See, that's why I won't open my room up
yeah.
for nobody to see because they're not gonna see me. They're gonna pass and look around me and look all in my house." And and I want them to. I don't care about you, Miss Mullins. You my sister. But other people, why do they do that? Why do they? If you got glasses, they looking in your glasses to see what's in your camera. Just all kind of crazy stuff. What's wrong? I don't get it.
Okay, well, you know, we gotta one think about it like this. Why did we come on here? Because I
Well,
don't think it's Christianity. I don't think it's God. What I think happens is when we come on to YouTube, we have to figure out what was missing in us that we wanted to be nasty to other people. See, because when people start to share certain pictures or show, what'd you say? I forget what you just said. Whatever, show whatever it is on somebody else or whatever,
uh huh.
it's something missing within ourselves. And that's what I
Well,
was saying yesterday. If you truly live a joyous life, you don't take joy and fulfillment out of hurting someone else. You just don't. The two can't exist together. So as far as
well,
Christianity,
when I came on here, I thought it was funny. It was fun. And the persons that I was watching was Madison, Kaya, and T.S. Madison.
and that's
And
true,
I
Miss.
liked them.
That's 100% true.
I thought that was so entertaining to me. And then when I left there, I went to VS. And VS, she was not a cult. She was not running that like that. It didn't appear to be nothing like that. The stuff she did was funny. It was really funny to me. And then I
Yeah, but
left
you know
VS.
what? Hold on, because I gotta stop you. Because let me just say this, and I'm not gonna say names at all. I just refuse to at
Okay,
this
I stopped saying names. I'm sorry.
point.
Well, you know me.
Yeah.
I don't mean no harm.
Say
I'm
my
just
name by
talking.
all means. By the way, you can say my name by all means, but
Okay, I won't say no more names. But I'm just
let me
saying
just
how
say
I got
this.
on here and it was funny.
The truth
Kaya,
is,
okay, the first two people I named, they were funny.
but the truth is, it wasn't. And
They
then it
wasn't
was.
funny.
It, a lot of it wasn't. And you got to remember, when I first came on, I came on in January 2018. I came on, and it was fun.
Hmm.
But then it wasn't funny. Do you know what I mean? Like it was fun, but then it got where fact and fiction were crossed, and it just wasn't funny. But here's and I had left for a while, and that's why I said when I came back, people were kind of like, "Where did you go? Like you've been gone with the, because I just had other shit going on." And believe it or not, there are some amazing parts of YouTube. You just got to kind of branch out. There's different parts of YouTube that I'm in that I do different things as far as on channels and stuff. From books to poetry, stuff like that. But what I'm going to say is I can't judge anybody but myself. So here's my answer to this.
Okay.
It was never funny. It wasn't. We just didn't realize it until it became us. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
we didn't see it from that point of view because it wasn't us at the time. So it's easy to sit back and watch something and not, and hey, it's not true.
Oh, okay.
But when it became us, then it wasn't so funny anymore. When people was, talking shit or making videos or whatever, then it wasn't so funny no more. So that's why I said in regards to that,
Oh,
I
okay.
take accountability for myself and hold myself accountable for shit. If I part, and I gave you this analogy once. If you're sitting on your front porch and you see an older dude walking down the street and some younger kids come and they jump on him, if you sit and watch and do nothing, you just was a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get up and say something, that's the difference. And many people are afraid to speak to make a difference. So, because I, metaphorically speaking, stayed on my front porch with certain shit and didn't say anything, I was just as guilty by association. And I can't,
Okay, I see.
you know what I mean? I can't negate that any other way. That would be me trying to excuse my behavior, whether I sat in silence and said nothing or whether I engaged in it. If I sat in silence and did nothing, I'm just as guilty as I was if I engaged in it. Period. Do you understand? Does that make any sense?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
But as far as the religious thing, um, that I don't like. I don't personally, because God said He provides everything for us. I think in Matthew or Mark, God said that He provides everything for us. And even when the man came up to Jesus and he was telling Jesus, I want to know what you know, I want to learn what you learn. And Jesus told him, go home, get rid of all your belongings and all of your worldly possessions. That's what you must do first. And the man didn't want to do that. He wanted to keep his shit but still do what Jesus was doing. And he couldn't do that. And I think that inside of that story, you have people trying to hold on to both. They're trying to hold on to worldly possessions and materials and God at the same time. But eventually, you're going to have to release one of them because what does it say? God is a jealous God.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I think the struggle comes in. You got people that want to make videos off of someone else's page. And, hey, I'm clicking my view. I got 5,000 views. Okay.
Exactly.
But you just let 5,000 people not see you, not see somebody get hurt, but see you hurt somebody. So you're entertainment in a way that you don't even get. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you didn't just watch that person get hurt, you watch somebody hurt them. And that makes you a part of it, whether directly or indirectly. And inside of that, that's why I said the change doesn't start on YouTube. It just ain't going to. Because YouTube is a virtual world. Virtual means almost. It means it's almost real. When you allow it to become completely real, that's when you, as a grown up, an individual, have to ask yourself, when did I lose grasp of reality? When did I lose sight of what was right and wrong? When did I lose um, my own moral compass? Nobody else but you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, that's why I said, do I like that God is played with? No. But that's their battle. It's not mine to carry. Do I wish people that had these big platforms used them in a much different way? Absolutely, because the the changes that could happen and the people that could be reached
But
would be amazing.
I wasn't even devastated about the people with the platforms on here that would not share your link. I'm talking about the people with much bigger platforms than them that wouldn't share your link.
Well,
That
and I told you about, when I went on TD Jake's page and Joel Osteen's page on Facebook. And,
that's what I'm talking about. That was
and
devastating to me.
they have a moderator that watches their page, and you'll either get like an instant message with them like advertising their CDs or videos or whatever, or a moderator will like respond. And When they asked me to remove the link, I was really shocked because I'm thinking, I'm just like clicking on different celebrities' things and just pasting the link, pasting the link, pasting the link. And I'm not thinking anything of it. Like, I'm not thinking it's a big deal. And when those two in particular removed the link, and first I was asked to remove it, and it was nicely said. Then it pissed me off, so I posted it like 10 more times. I was asked to remove it again. Then finally, they just removed it completely. I was really shocked because I thought, you guys have, I don't know how many followers. You're men of God. Like,
And
it's
you know what? That's when I was telling you, if you help me get on StreamYard, I will post the link because I knew about them and the ones on YouTube also, but especially them. They are two of the most powerful platforms that you could have ever asked. Okay, and
and
they're
they're
supposed
yeah,
to be men of God. But so you can't tell me nothing about Joe Osteen because I used to attend there. Okay, and I deal with him. I have dealt with him. I also used to volunteer there, so I've seen a lot. Okay, I will not say nothing over this thing, but I can believe that you were told to remove that. Okay,
yeah.
but I feel like God blesses us to be a blessing to others. And although I didn't have that many subscribers, God, sometimes I feel like God want to take a little bit and show what He can do with a little bit versus them people that's got a lot and ain't doing nothing with it. Okay? So He can take a little bit and make the people over here, He can add to and touch somebody hard over here, and they will share your link, and it gets shared. Versus those people with them big platforms that turn you down, and they know it ain't right.
Well, and that's why I said that link will fall into the right hands of who it needs to fall into. It
Uh-huh.
will. And and that's why I said inside of that I stand inside of my faith. And that's why I told you I wanted to, you know, make like, I don't know, something with that, freely allowing it to happen. And there's a lot of days where I gotta freely allow it to happen because if
Yeah.
not,
Mm-hmm.
when it's down, I can't get down with you. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I said, um, there's days where today was one of those days where you wanted to give up.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, it was it wasn't the best day for him. And,
Yeah.
and he said, I don't want to do the interview.
And
I,
that's okay. Cause
I'm not.
he just, I mean, I was hurt too when I heard what was said about me and something pertaining to white people. And I know I don't even know. That's why I had to just type on there and cuss because you're not gonna allow me and whatever. Leave me alone, girl. Because I wasn't talking to you and you tell me I came in your chat. Yeah, I came in your chat. I go in any chat that I can open up on here because it's my computer and you don't own the whole YouTube channel. Just messy, 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 and make that man get down depressed like that. Oh, I bet you they over there feeling good and having a grand time eating pizza, beer, Cheetos, and drinking soda and everything else because you happy because somebody else is not feeling up to par like they was feeling yesterday. Well, I hope it did you some good, and I hope you having a grand time. But I heard last night you couldn't sleep. You know why you couldn't sleep last night? Because you messing around with people that ain't done nothing to you, and that was the Lord
Yeah,
keeping you
yeah.
up because you couldn't sleep. Because you ought to leave people alone. Sick people that ain't doing, ain't doing nothing to you, and you don't look like you're in the best health, help your own self. Leave people
I,
alone.
I take you a commercial break.